Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Drew, and we are sitting down at the Hammond organ. How about some? I want us to analyze a song called Toyland. Toyland is from the operetta Babes in Toyland from 1903. Somehow or another, this song, and I think there's another song from the operetta. I haven't actually seen it. Um, it's um, it's often played at Christmas. It's worked its way into Christmas music. I know Doris Day sang it. I don't know that she was the first one to use it as Christmas or not, but either way, her version of it was very popular, and then Perry Como's version of it was also very common or popular. And so eventually it became a Christmas song. And we know how that works with other songs that aren't Christmas that somehow they've managed to throw in, and now we hear them on the radio every year as Christmas music, which I hate. Um, if you'd like to see more about the organ itself, I put a video on my Facebook page, and I put it up every year at Christmas. It's from 2010, and it's me playing, I don't know, 8 or 9 Christmas songs, maybe only 6 or 7. And it's just the first verse of each one, kind of as an example of how the organ sounds. But it really isn't a very good example of the different voices and things that the organ has or can do. Um, However, if you can hear this, the organ is having an electronic issue that I cannot correct. It's not the tubes. It's a tube instrument. A tube meaning a electron tube. Um, it's before solid state circuitry, so that there's no transistors, I guess, no like printed circuit boards, no computer chips, none of that. Um, I have this running through a Leslie 760 organ speaker. It is solid state, so it does not have any tubes, and it does have printed circuit boards and things. But it was built in the 1970s. I don't know exactly which year. The organ was built in the mid to late 50s. The people who repair um, tube instruments and tube equipment are far and few between. It's hard to find anyone who will work on them, and when it comes to this specific organ, the repair cost just to have someone come out and work on the organ would far exceed the value of the organ. However, I cannot replace this at Walmart. Um, if no one will fix it, I will be forced to find another one somewhere and in the country and drive out there and get it. That's about all I can do. I have found 3 of this Hammond S6 chord organ. I bought 2 of them, and the third one wasn't worth having. Uh, Between the 2 that I purchased, I was able to use parts from one and the other and trade them back and forth to get one good, fully operational um, organ. So they're not terribly uncommon. If I've already found 3, I do see some on Marketplace. I saw one last night on whatever, and they were demonstrating it, and I could clearly hear a note in the background while they were playing. And so they didn't realize there was anything wrong with it, but of course I knew something was wrong with it because I know what it should sound like. A little bit of background noise or a hum is not unusual. In this case, I now have an actual note being played and a problem with the keyboard where there's clearly a failure uh, of the electronics. And I did a good bit of alteration stuff to get this to play through the Leslie organ speaker. What I'm about to demonstrate the whole organ and the way the Leslie speaker works and all that stuff, and that's not the purpose of the video. The purpose of the video is for us to look at the song Toyland from Babes in Toyland from 1903. because it's Christmas. So, when there's someone watching me or listening to me, even if it's only a camera, I cannot play worth shit. Um, Also, I had a cold last week. Sound pretty good, but I'm not a very good singer anymore either. Um, but I wanna focus on the song. Let's see if I can play it at all. Something I'm gonna do though, and this will minimize that hum, but it gets a little obnoxious. So we're gonna turn the vibrato stuff on. I'm sure the neighbors love this, but I do stop playing at 8, and it's a quarter of now, so that's when quiet time starts so that people can watch primetime television at 8. So the song, it's, let me get my foot off of that pedal. Actually, let's slow down so you can just hear the chords, because you can just sing with the chords, and the rest of the keyboard is just there for the solo part, for your melody, but everything else. So it's Toyland, Toyland, oh, that's not right. Little girl and boyland, while you dwell within it, you're ever happy then. Maybe I should be singing Toyland, Toyland. It'll get too low. So, Toyland, Toyland, little girl and boyland. So it's a happy place. It's toys. It's little boys and little girls and their toys. And while you dwell within it, so while you're in Toyland, you are ever happy then. And that's like when you're a kid and it's Christmas Day, or it's a Christmas party, and all of the kids are running around together, and there's toys to play with, and little girls and boys, and everything's happy. You are ever happy then. Next verse, which is just kind of part of it. There is actually a verse too. There is a. This is kind of, I guess, the refrain. In many cases, when you find music for it or whatever, they don't include that part, and I don't think Doris Day or Perry Como sing the early part of it. I guess the verse. They just do this refrain part because it's very pretty, and you can dress it up anyway. Second part is. So, second verse, childhood's Joyland, Mystic Mary Joyland. Here's where it gets dark. Once you pass its borders, you can never return again. So, once you pass its borders, meaning you're no longer in Toyland, Joyland, toys, happy little girls, boys, mystic, all of the bullshit. You're leaving that. Why? Because you're getting older. You're growing up. So once you pass the borders of Joyland, once you grow up, you can never return again. So shit just got real. They just now told me that now that I've grown up, I can never return again. I can never be a child again. I can never have that happiness again. It's like rent and car payments and car insurance and a nagging wife and kids that want toys and candy and the water bill and I need a new roof and we don't have enough clothes to wear. The kids have outgrown all of their clothes and we need more sneakers and the kids are in trouble at school and whatever. Who wants to be a grown up? But the song right out tells you once you grow up, you're fucked. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. If I can find the button.